You're watching the Central Post. This is Samiksha Ajay. So, what should I do? I have no money and no friends. I have to deal with this crisis on my own. According to media reports, these were the words of actor comedian Rajpal Yadav said before surrendering to Tihar jail earlier this week. A moment that feels far removed from the laughter he brought to audiences for years. The story starts more than 15 years earlier, back in 2010. Rajpal Yadav, riding the wave of his comic success, decides to step behind the camera for his directorial debut. Ata Pata Lapata, and reportedly took a loan of around 5 crore rupees from Murali Projects Private Limited to finance the film. The movie failed to make an impact at the box office and repayment troubles followed, with checks issued toward the loan allegedly bouncing, leading to multiple complaints. What begins as a financial misstep turns into a cascade of legal proceedings. Reports indicate that 7 check bounce cases were filed under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, and over the years, hearings continued, time was granted, and repayment plans were discussed. But the financial burden reportedly kept growing. With interest and dues accumulating, figures mentioned in media reports have reached nearly 9 crore rupees, though exact amounts vary. Courts had earlier allowed repayment in installments and partial payments were made, including a reported 75 lakh recently, yet deadlines were missed again. On February 2nd, the Delhi High Court, as per reports, declined further extension, noting repeated non-compliance with undertakings and directing him to surrender. He appeared again on February 5th with a fresh draft and a proposed schedule, but the order reportedly stood and he surrendered to serve a 6-month sentence. The brief words he spoke before entering custody reflected visible strain, a stark contrast to the energetic comic persona audience associate with him. And the industry reacts unevenly. Some stay silent and some stepped forward. Sonu Sood posts publicly offering Rajpal a role in an upcoming film along with a small signing amount, not as charity, he emphasizes, but as professional dignity. This is how we show we are more than just an industry, he writes, calling on producers and colleagues to remind Rajpal he is not alone. Gurmeet Chaudhary echoes the sentiment. Today, he needs us. Even political figure Tej Pratap Yadav extended rupees 11 lakh to the Yadav family. The episode highlights how financial and legal commitments can outlast a film's failure, turning one professional setback into years of consequences. Rajpal Yadav still has project lined up for release later this year, but this situation is a reminder that public image and private struggle often exist side by side, and that beyond the spotlight, responsibilities and court orders follow their own timeline, indifferent to fame. As this unfolds, keep watching the Central Post and we'll keep you updated with whatever else comes up.